Hey everyone, Delvon Digital here, and we're here to talk about my 2 weeks using the Pixel 9 Pro XL. I'm gonna jump right into this video, and I'm gonna talk about the battery life on this device first, right? So I've been hitting somewhere between, let's just say 10 to like almost 14 hours on this Pixel, Pro XL. And a lot of people are like, how are you hitting those, those numbers and stuff like that? Now, I want to say this though, a lot of you who do follow me on X, you do know about I lost somebody very, very, very dear to me. And I've been dealing with a little bit of depression on and off. So around the same time that I received my Pixel, I've been isolating myself into like rooms and places where other people aren't. And I just sit on my phone and read and watch videos consistently all day long, doing nothing else, just consistently doing that, trying to find a way to cope, which I realize that is not the best way to cope with a loss. So I actually stopped, but I did that for about 2 days. Within that 2 days of me doing so, I end up pushing around 13 to 14 hours on my Pixel, just doing a bunch of reading and YouTube videos and strolling through social media consistently all day. And I'm talking about almost not turning my screen off, like literally, while I'm not at work, I'm at home or somewhere else, I'm just consistently on the phone display looking at it. And if you're using the phone in that sense, then absolutely you can push, the battery that far. But once I stopped doing that, my battery started to settle somewhere between 8 to 10 hours as a regular everyday usage, making phone calls, texting, social media, taking pictures, and, videos, and the normal things that I do on my device or whatever like that. So the battery kind of dramatically dropped down to about that range, between 8 to 10 hours, easy on the Pixel. So battery life is really, really great. I have no problems with it. Everyone's usage is going to be different when it comes to these phones and stuff like that, and how you use it, what apps you're using, how much you're using, your brightness and everything like that. I do keep my brightness on auto the whole entire time. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this battery portion right here because I feel like I ranted too long about it. I just needed to get that story out first, because I want you to have a better understanding of why I was hitting these numbers, and it's very possible. And these were numbers that was hitting without Wi-Fi, no Wi-Fi. In fact, it's been 2 weeks and I still haven't turned the Wi-Fi on my device yet. I'm still like letting the battery just adjust to the 5G network. That's one of the things I like doing with my phones. Now, the next part is just like general usage, like what it's like and how is the performance wise and stuff like that with the Pixel. I mean, it's a Pixel, and if you own the Pixel, you know that Pixels perform very well. I'm not gonna talk about things that I do not do on my Pixel and how they perform and stuff that I don't do, because I don't care. I'm not going to try to use my Pixel a special way so I can report back to you guys about such and such and such and such, because it's not how I use my phone realistically. And there's so other many channels that kind of do that. I'm like one of those, like, them channels like just tell you how it is from a user's perspective. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and do geek benches. I'm not gonna geek bench a game and tell you that the performance and frame rates and stuff. Like, I don't do none of that stuff on my phone at all whatsoever. So it is irrelevant to me. And I know people are like, well, in the long run, I'm gonna be honest with you. You can say long run, benchmarks matter. I've been using Pixels for a long time. In the long run, they seem to get better. Performance don't decrease. I haven't felt like they needed more power for anything. I just don't want to get into that rant right now, right? But I want to say that the performance of the Pixels has been great. I mean, it handles everything that I do, everything I throw at it, from my work apps to my social media apps to my camera, just, texting, calling, everything like that. No lag, no hiccups or anything like that. Really no real issues at all whatsoever. Now, I will be honest again, like I always do be honest, sometimes apps do crash, but that's not like a Pixel thing. It's always like Instagram. Instagram is a horrible app, and I can get an update and all of a sudden I open Instagram up and it just keeps crashing and keeps crashing and keeps crashing. It doesn't just happen on my Pixel. It happened on my iPhone. It happened on my Galaxy phones. Those are the only phones I really buy in the US, but yeah, it happens on all of those phones because just bad updates and stuff like that. So I have ran into that. But as far as like being like, you know, app lag and crashing and strolling through, I guess X, people always ask me how you stroll through X, how smooth. It's smooth, man. I don't understand how people how is it not smooth for anybody else? I just don't understand that. I just don't. But yeah, it's been great for the 2 weeks as far as performance goes. I haven't really had any real issues with it. And this is something I don't really like to talk about either because I don't have issues with it, but I want to bring it up for everyone who's concerned, right? Like the modem in this thing it's awesome. But I mean, look, to be honest with you, the modem in my last Pixel 8 Pro, 7 Pro, 6 Pro was awesome. I don't mean like as in like it was like a really good modem or whatever. It probably was a horrible modem, right? But it was good in my area, if that makes any sense. Like I didn't have issues of my signal going in and out in my area. So it was good for, you know, my carrier, I guess, and my area. So other people might be experiencing different things. But I want to say that this one feels different, right? I don't know how, but it feels different. It just feels different. So the modem feels a lot better. I know it's a new modem. Everyone knows it's a new modem. So I'm just curious for the ones who actually do have issues with the Pixel in their area and a carrier or whatever. You let me know in the comments have the modem experience is better for you with the new Pixels compared to your prior Pixel, because I can't report that the modem is like 10 times better than the last because I didn't have modem issues or stuff like that. But I did want to bring that up. And I also want to bring up like the heat. This is the first Android phone, well, second Android phone, because the Galaxy S24 Ultra, the second Android phone that I set up, and it didn't get hot during the setup process. So whatever Google did with the vapor cooling is definitely working. It's definitely doing its job, pushing that heat out somewhere else and stuff like that. So no issues. I done had my phone in the window in the hot sun. It didn't get to a point where the performance dropped yet. I know it can happen. Don't, you know, let me not act like it can't happen, right? It can happen. You put your phone in like dead heat and then you just sit it and let it sit there. The performance will take a hit. Vapor cooling can't do but so much, but in the basic day-to-day stuff, I think that the vapor cooling will do its job of what you needed to do so your phone can stay performing and stay, I don't want to say cool, but you know, that's the whole point, right? The heat has to go somewhere. So as long as the heat is going somewhere and your performance is not dipping, that's a win-win. It's just like video games. It's just like, you know, TVs. It's just like anything that generates heat. It needs somewhere to go. So Google did a really good job at that. My favorite things about this new generation Pixel is obviously the design. I know a lot of people are like, bruh's iPhone, copying iPhone, this and that to the third, but look, man, I'm a Pixel guy. I'm 100% happy that they copied the Apple's design, or if somebody else had that design first. I don't know who had it first. If it was Apple, I'm glad. If it was somebody else, I'm glad. Either way, I'm a big fan of the iPhone design, right? My iPhone 14 Pro, 15 Pro, 13 Pro, 12 Pro, 11 Pro. I actually bought all the iPhones, really, except for the 16 Pro. I'm not going to buy any more iPhones moving forward. But yeah, with that being said, I'm a big fan of the design, so I'm glad they copied the design. Most people who see my phone now be like, yo, man, that feels like an iPhone. I sit there and like, yeah, man, I really like this new Pixel design. Google did a really good job this time around. So very happy about that. The design feels more premium, feels good in the hand, it feels solid. It feels like a actual flagship phone for once, even though it always felt like a flagship phone, but just not quite Samsung and Apple's level to me personally. Now they're in the same playing field. They're right there now. They're neck to neck with them and everything, and I'm excited about that. So design wise, I would say I really love it. Now I know a lot of people don't want to hear about this subject when it comes to the AI, but look, man, it's either you use it or you don't. You like it or you hate it. It's just what it is, man. I think a lot of the AI that's in this phone is very useful, and a lot of the AI sits in the background. That's what I kind of like about the Pixel phones, is that all the AI features sit in the background for you, and the ones that, you know, you kind of get to go play with, they're fun. You know, that's all I got to say about like the AI. I'm going to do a whole video on AI specifically because I don't want to put it in like my full review. I don't want to put it in another video or whatever like that, because a lot of people are just like sick of AI, but it's really the future. You got to deal with it, bro. This is the new wave, you know. Apple's jumping on the bandwagon. Samsung jumped on the bandwagon. Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon, you know, not even just phone manufacturers. I mean, I got AI in, what's my program I use? Photoshop. Photoshop and Lightroom that I use to edit my photos have AI. The new Final Cut that's gonna be dropping has AI in it. So AI makes things a lot better despite of how you feel. Trust me, I know the Android users, no, I'm sorry, those iPhone users are gonna love it even though they're probably talking trash about AI right now, but you're gonna learn to appreciate it. If it's done right, you're going to learn to appreciate it because it makes things that much more simple and just gets the job done. Charging speeds, I don't know. I don't really have much on that because I'm just one of those people who put my phone on a Pixel stand overnight. And because the battery is so good, I don't worry about it throughout the day. And even if that was the case, which it would never ever be the case, that I need to top my phone off before I leave with super duper fast charging speeds. I mean, I charge my phone in the car, I charge my, you know, using Android Auto. I charge my phone while I'm at work, charge my phone when I get home. I always have access to be able to charge my phone, whether it's a power bank or whether it's in the car or doing my commuting and anything else. So people get on this charging stuff and they get real heated about these topics, and I don't know, man. I feel like everybody just has access to be able to charge their phone. I mean, maybe somebody who's really big, famous, that travel a lot, maybe not so. But if you're an average day-to-day working person like me, I feel like, yo, stop complaining, just put on the charger while you're at work. I mean, you can't be on your phone at work anyways, unless your job consists of that. But I mean, I don't know, man. The charging speeds don't bother me. Like I say, I charge it overnight one time, lasts through the whole entire day of everything that I do. So that's a major win for me. It's not an issue, man. So I don't trip about these charging speeds. That man trying to be loud in my video. The things I want to mention before I close out on this video is like the fingerprint reader is so much better, ultrasonic versus whatever optical that they had before, so much better. So I do got a screen protector on it. I actually set the fingerprint reader before I put the screen protector on it. Then when I put the screen protector on it, I didn't go back and apply my finger at all, and it still works fine. I'm using a matte screen protector right now. I like matte because it handles the glares so much better. So I just don't like a lot of glares on my phone, especially when I'm taking pictures and stuff. So I'm using that. If you want to know about that, just ask me in the comments or whatever. It ain't nothing special about my matte, it's just matte. I don't care what brand it comes from, it's just matte. It works. I just wanted to let you guys know. The speakers on it are a lot more rich and full. They sound a lot better than, you know, the previous Pixels and stuff like that. I wouldn't say louder, just more full, more enjoyable to actually listen to. And the screen looks nice. I mean, it's a Pixel. You know, it's not really much to talk about. The camera is one of my favorite things about the Pixel. Unfortunately, the camera didn't receive any really major upgrades this year, which is totally fine with me because I love the Pixel 8 camera. It's not a big issue. But you know, if there's one thing I want Google to keep improving on for me personally, it's a personal thing, is always the camera, because I just love doing mobile photography with the Pixel. So it's one area I want to always see improvements, whether it's big or not. But they didn't do anything this year, so I was a little upset. But I'm still enjoying the camera per se, because it's still a Pixel camera. Video quality, I guess, you know, Video Boost is still, you know, Video Boost. It's now 8K. You shoot video and it comes back to you better. It's still a waiting process. A lot of people said they want them to be able to do that on device, but if I'm honest, I don't see that happening, because Video Boost is meant to be like your editor. So you have to send your footage off to your editor and then it comes back edit for you. I think that what you really want to say is that, how about they just make the video quality better on phone first, right? Make it better on the phone. And then if you want even better video quality, you upload it to the cloud and let them do it for Video Boost. I think that's what everyone should be saying. Everyone's wrong about the Video Boost. They keep saying they want it on device, but it's AI, and AI needs a cloud service a lot. You know, a lot of the AI needs a cloud service, and something like that, sending off a video that's shaky, dark, shadows need to be adjusted, light, it's a lot going on in that video. for it to be just processing like straight, you know, fast in the camera or whatever like that. So I think y'all just want them to have better video out the phone itself, you know, just get better video. Then you can record video that way. And then if you want to use Video Boost to be like, hey man, I don't feel like editing this, let me do Video Boost mode, and then let them edit it and bring it back, because that's how I look at it, right? So I don't know, that's just my opinion, man. But basically, that's my 2 weeks using the Pixel 9 Pro XL, just these names, man. But it's been a great device. I have no major issues. I will shoot a video of everything I think they can do better as some of the issues that I do run into with this device, because I always shoot one of those videos. I don't like to put them in like every video I do. I like to just make one video and call it a day with every issue that I ever had using it, but that would be way down the line, because as of right now, I haven't ran into any major issues in my usage yet. There's a lot of other people who may have, but just for me, listen, man, I know that I'm a tech person, but I'm still like an average user. I'm just more knowledgeable, right? Because I literally kind of use my phone like an average user, except for when I'm using the camera. Of course, I use the camera like what I am, a professional photographer. I use it in that sense. I never use it as the point and shoot like everyone else. So when I do my photography videos, you know, just expect, you know, not amateur type work, or expect me to, you know, shoot in RAW and focus my shots and do all this extra stuff that normal people wouldn't do. But if you want to go to channels that's doing that stuff, like I say, I'm not the channel for you when it comes to that stuff, because I'm gonna use this tool to the max, right? I'm gonna pull out everything that I possibly can out of this tool, and then I'm gonna process the photos the way I wanna process them online, and then I'm gonna share them to you. So if you ever wanted to know if it's a possibility to use a smartphone as a professional tool, then I'm the channel that will show you that you can when it comes to photography, at least. I don't do video, so that's not my thing. But photography is my thing. So anyways, everyone, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. This is just one of those sit down, chop it up with you type videos. Just talking about my experience. No fancy stuff, nothing like that. Just me talking to you. Anyways, I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.